Hey, beautiful friends, how are you? My name is Joanne Smith, and you're watching In Less Than 30 with Joanne Smith. I'm so happy to see you all back here with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Before we get started on everything we're going to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to hit that subscribe button below. Go ahead and smash on it below there, and let's get started and talking about what's been going on at the Oscars this weekend. So unless you've been living underneath a rock, pun intended, you have probably heard about all the controversy surrounding Chris Rock, Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith. So if you don't know, let me just give you a brief recap, and then we're going to get right into the fashion awards by best and worst dressed, because we all love the fashion. I know that some of us are tired of hearing about Will Smith, but it's not going to go away until the Academy decides what to do. He did release an apology today, but let's do a quick rewind. Just a little quick note that Chris Rock, as of this taping, has not released an apology. There is a fake apology going around the internet with some dude named Chris. Yeah, I'm calling you out for your fakery. I, as a new influencer and someone that's been combating, all the fake news and false information and all the things in this last presidency that were growing around the internet, and especially Facebook, I just want to say I don't appreciate you. So Chris Rock comes out on the stage, and the funny thing about Chris Rock is that that he is going to go off script. I don't know how many times he has been on stage and he ad-libs. He is known for ad-libbing. I mean, he's a comedian. That's what they do. They see someone in the audience. They see something to talk about, and they go in. That is a part of being a great comedian and a person that ad-lib and being able to improv. So everything's going great. He's talking about Javier Bardem and his wife Penelope Cruz, and they're both up for the same Oscar nomination. And he's just basically talking about the dynamics of, if Javier wins and she doesn't win, it's not going to be a happy time. And then he switches his bit to Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. And unfortunately, he brings up a very sensitive subject for Jada and her having alopecia. And he brings up the fact of her having a bald head and basically references the movie G.I. Jane and says that he can't wait to see her in G.I. Jane 2. So here's the thing is that at first, when you pan to Will Smith, he is bugging up, cracking up, and then he turns to Jada and he's saying that she's not having it. She's upset, clearly, as you can see here. And next thing you know, Will Smith is storming the stage, you guys. I mean, he is up there in like 2.2 seconds, and he open slaps Chris Rock across the face. Chris is a professional, and he was definitely taken aback. I mean, how can you not? And he basically said, Will Smith just slapped me across the face. It was edited, you guys. So as a viewer, because I was watching it live, as a viewer, I didn't know what was going on. And it was just edited. And then they pan to Will Smith, and he is yelling, cursing Chris Rock out. He said to keep my wife's name out of your MFing mouth. He was not joking. At that point, I knew it was not a bit. I thought it was a bit. I think everybody thought it was a bit at first. That's just what comedians, Will Smith, jokesters do. And this was real, y'all. We were just in shock. Everyone immediately went to the internet asking, did you just see what we see? Is this right? It's Will Smith. This doesn't make any sense. He's this man we've all have looked up to for inspiration and for positivity and, life goals, all the things. Some people have said they have lost respect for him. So, he's a little bit, he's suspect for me right now. I'm not canceling him. But I will say that I'm looking at him a little bit extra sideways. So the show goes on. I mean, Chris is up there to present an award, and he goes through with that. I mean, he flubs it up. I mean, you could see he was flustered. You guys, he never recovered. That was also part of why I knew that this was real, because you can't act the way that he was acting. That was not an act, and it wasn't a bit. Gosh, it was just crazy, you guys. So at that point, I thought, okay, well, Will's main reason for being there is up for Best Actor, and it hasn't been announced yet. There's, I think, 2 or 3 more awards to be given before his big moment or non-moment would come. And Will is still chilling in the audience, you guys. He is laid back and, chilling and all the things. So they kept him there the entire ceremony. So for me, the crazy thing about it all is that, moments later, Will Smith wins the Best Actor award, and it's his first time winning this prestigious award and ever getting an Oscar. He has made a big deal about that for years, and this is his moment to shine. And he gets up there and wins for King Richard and has to, say something. We don't know what he's going to say. Everyone's hope, at least my hope, was that he was going to apologize for what he did to Chris Rock and to the fans and, everyone else. So he does get up there and he is in tears. And he goes on to say that he believes that he is a vessel through God to protect his family and be a vessel of love to everyone. And he referenced some other things of Denzel Washington giving him some advice that, when you're at your highest point in your career, that's when the devil comes in, which I completely agree. When your life is really going well, you get those temptations. So I had a problem with that. I had a problem with him bringing up God and excusing his assault on Chris Rock and talking about God. That didn't go well for me. It doesn't connect for me. And personally, as a Christian woman, I felt like he was using that as a cop-out. And it's all the things that people say about we as Christians, that we are hypocrites and acting a certain way and always hiding behind God in that way. Now, people tell me he's a Scientologist, and I'll be honest, I don't really know too much about Scientology, but I didn't think that Scientologists believed in per se God. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm okay. I can be corrected and I can be educated. I'm all about education. But the God that he kind of referenced in his speech, to me, leaned a little bit with the Christianity reference. So let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought about that. So that was one. And then 2, he did apologize. Great for him, but he apologized only to the Academy, and he apologized to his fellow nominees and fellow actors out there in the audience. He did not apologize to Chris Rock. He did not apologize to the fans, at home, to the people that look up to him, that are looking for him for inspiration, to his family, to, his own kids, that he's supposed to be this great, leader in the family. And he talked about the fact that he was a leader to these other kids in the film. And that's not something you want to be as a mentor or a leader towards kids, to have an altercation and not be able to control yourself. So, yeah, you guys, I know there's a lot of opinions out there, but uh, whether he's trying to defend his wife or whatever, for me, that doesn't also add up because, you know, I know everyone has different experiences, but assaulting someone isn't from a place of love. It's comes from a place of pain, a place of fear, a place of trauma, not from a place, from the God that at least I serve. And, we're human. I have certainly been in altercations. I have certainly been subjected to being hit. I've been hit, and I also have hit other people. So, in a former life. But, I get it, but we all have to work on ourselves and be better people and learn that we can control only one thing. He can't control what Chris Rock says. He only can control what Will Smith does. So, again, he had an apology, and I'll put it up, but basically, this was an apology that came, 24 hours later. He did not apologize again on the stage. Chris Rock to this time, right now, has not said anything. No apologies. Like I said before, this thing that's going around the internet is a farce. It is false information. It is a made-up apology. It's based on this person, Chris, that says that that's what he would say. Hey, it sounded nice, but whatever. But his apology, Will Smith's apology, was very much, I thought, came too late, and it seems like it's just something he's just trying to do to appease the Academy so he doesn't get his Oscar taken away. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think his apology is enough. I know we all want to move on from this, but this is it's such more than just, entertainment, because it touches upon a lot of things. As a woman, I have seen so many women out there just talk about the fact that they think that it's heroic, that they think it's so brave, and this is a signal of love to go up and assault someone on the stage. And I just don't think that that is something that is of love, right? Peace, serenity, kindness, no jealousy, providing solace, providing, content for a person. Those are all things that I think of admiration, adoration for someone that we love. So let's just level set, okay? So I'm not a person that thinks that you should never fight back. If someone decks you in the freaking face, you maybe want to fight back. So I give Chris Rock all the kudos for not going and, attacking him back. I think he was just in shock that, that happened, like we all were. And he just wanted to get that award out to the person and leave. We have heard that he went back in the back and went home. Actually, he went to one party, but he got out of the Oscars. But so I'm glad it didn't ruin his night completely. So did Chris Rock, grab, grope, or try to fondle Will Smith's wife? No. Did Chris Rock curse her out on stage? No. Did Chris Rock say something inappropriate? Yes, he did. But unfortunately, that's the shtick sometimes of comedians. And that is their business. That is literally their business sometimes, to call things out that we are uncomfortable to say. He didn't know that she had alopecia. He was just giving a G.I. Jane reference to the movie of her having a bald head and maybe having an empower woman moment. And he said he can't wait to see her in G.I. Jane 2. So I don't believe that he knew. And my sources say that he didn't know. And I trust these sources. So let's talk about what alopecia is, because a lot of people do not know what alopecia is. And a lot of people did not know that Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia. I did know because I keep up with pop culture, but the average person in America that was maybe watching the Oscars surely didn't know either. Alopecia is sudden hair loss that starts with one or more circular bald patches that can overlap. So alopecia occurs with the immune system when the immune system attacks hair follicles and may be brought on by severe stress. The main symptom is hair loss, and treatment may address any underlying conditions and includes topical scalp medications. Treatments can help, but this condition can't be cured. It requires a medical diagnosis and lab test or imaging not required. It is medium term and it can be medium term and resolved within months. But they're saying there's 200,000 US cases per year. On a personal note, I have had my hair freaking fall out. I've had, from my own fault, not from alopecia, but I had a relaxer, which is a very harsh chemical to straighten black hair, put on my hair. And I've had that, for years. So that's not the problem. The problem is that I also wanted to go blonde, very blonde, and put bleach on my hair on top of that process relaxer. So it's got something in it called lye, and lye and bleach don't go together, honey. Don't ask. So for whatever reason, I was gung-ho about being this blonde. I think I had broken up with my boyfriend or something, and I was going through a moment. So, we'll blame it on that. Joking. Okay. No, it was my own doing. But, the thing about that is that my hair was coming out in clumps. So yeah, I'd broken up with my boyfriend, was heartbroken, and I wanted to be platinum blonde. I don't know. So anyway, I decided to go blonde, and I'm brushing my hair and getting ready for work. And literally I look at my brush and there's a clump of hair, literally a patch of hair that just is coming out. And as I'm combing through, I'm like, oh my God, my hair is going to be patches all over. I call my boss and tell him, I send him a picture through my archaic phone at that time. And it was like a flip phone or something. It was a long time ago. And thankfully he believed me, because otherwise he probably wouldn't have believed me. But, I get it. It's such it is devastating to lose your hair. It really is. But I certainly would not have asked anyone at that time that I knew to, punch someone out if they had made fun of me. Of course, I was covering it up. I did not just decide to shave my head. I actually covered it up with tracks of weave. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so you guys ready to talk about some fashion? I am ready to talk about some fashion. Thanks for hanging with me. If you've been with me so far, give yourself a pat on the back. Make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below. Let's get into it. We're going to go through this in a rewind about all the amazing fashion. I will be honest, I didn't have a wow factor with our Oscars this year. I thought the SAG Awards were better as far as fashion. I actually thought some of the the parties at the Vanity Fair parties were kind of better dresses. And for whatever reason, I didn't have a lot of great picks at the actual award ceremony. So this is going to be really quick. Okay, let's have some fun and get into it. And of course, I have to do a little quick outfit change. This is the Fashion Awards. So let's talk about fashion very quickly, you guys. Let's go through what I found to be best and worst dress. Let's start out with best, because we'll start on a positive note. Let's start on a positive note with best dressed. We have up first Miss Jessica Chastain. Jessica Chastain was in the most beautiful Gucci gown with silver chandelier earrings and a high pony. She just gets it. Her stylist, her makeup. I love the way this dress just flows on her. You know, she is stunning in this dress. You can tell that she feels comfortable and confident in this dress and ready to win an Academy Award. And by the way, Jessica Chastain did win. So congratulations to Jessica Chastain. Beautiful, striking. And what I love about her is that she used her time on stage to talk about and support the LGBTQIA community and talk about the cruel and bigoted legislation that is happening in our country, especially in Texas and Florida. And I just say kudos to her all around. Best dressed and best actress. My second choice for best dress goes to no other than Zendaya. Zendaya was so stunning. She wore a Valentino silk blouse. It was cropped and it was just perfect on her body shape and frame. She also had a beautiful silver sequin skirt and just really just looked the part. And she was there, of course, for her role in Dune that won so many awards. So she is my second choice. Congratulations to Miss Zendaya. And last but certainly not least, the best dress in third place goes to Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada looked just stunning. Jada chose Jean Paul Gaultier SS22 Couture gown. Congratulations to my 3 best dressed women of the night. Oh, it pains me to talk about this next. We have to unfortunately talk about worst dress, and I have 2 people to talk about. The first one, kills me, but unfortunately, Miss Tracy Ellis Ross wore a red scarlet gown by Carolina Herrera. It had a plunging sweetheart neckline, also a ruffled mermaid style hem, and shimmery diamond choker necklace by Niweka. Now, he talked about this last time at the SAG Awards and how important it is, especially for women, for dresses to fit our bodice and our cleavage. This did not fit her appropriately, as you can see here. She's spilling out, and not in a good way. There's a way to spill out in a great way and have a great fit. But honestly, when she was on stage, and she's so animated in such a, she moves when she talks, especially in her body movements. And I thought she might have had a nip slip, to be honest. So, my. So, ending with for worst dressed now. Nicole Kidman. Nicole, darling, what were you thinking? Now, this color, I actually did like the color, the dusty blue color by Armani Privé. And this gown had an exaggerated crinkled peplum. And they said crinkled, but honey, it looked wrinkled. I just can't get over it. And it had a plunging sweetheart neckline as well that flowed into the pleated and belted bodice. Now, the A-line skirt, it featured a matching train with the beaded bottom. It just, for me, you guys, I just feel like Nicole Kidman, she's so tall, stunning, and statuesque that she doesn't need a lot. And she sometimes goes overboard. And even though I like a little bit of excitement, the detailing, the wrinkle, and the bouffant, I did not care for on this. Now, the color I did like, but this was a no for me. A God no. Worst dressed. And finally, I have to give it up to all the great-looking men, handsome men, dapper gentlemen on the red carpet. Look at all these different looks. But one particular man stood out to me so much. Give it up for D-Nice. D-Nice, I'm so proud of him. Let me tell you, the last, I would say, year, if everyone remembers the last year to 2 years, during COVID, he was such a person that just brought so much joy to a lot of us in our homes, while we were sheltering in place. And he was in New York City and laying it down on the ones and twos. I just really would love to thank him someday personally. I think that it's just a beautiful thing what he has done and brought joy all over the world. And so many friends of mine, family, celebrities, dignitaries across the world just tuned in. But thank you so much, D Nice. I just really, really appreciate you. Ew, there's gotta always be a worst. Ew, ew, ew. What is going on with the Jonas Brothers? Does anyone know? This is something that is starting to worry me because Nick Jonas, he had a moment, and it was not a good moment. He chose a flashy black bedazzled suit with a low neckline and some white details, and it just looked awful. His beautiful pregnant wife stood next to him in a red gown, and the two of them could not look any more awkward together with that ensemble. Thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, we had so much to talk about, you know, with the Oscars and everything that happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith. And so unfortunately, the red carpet went to the back burner, but I did want to talk to you guys about some of the things I did see, and not in great detail this time around. But you know what? There's always a red carpet to talk about. If you haven't seen my SAG award recap, that one is very detailed. It's a great show to watch as well. I will link that for you below. Otherwise, I have other videos on this page. I talk about breaking news, politics, entertainment, fashion, anything that's hot topics. And always appreciate your comments. Please subscribe to this page and tell your friends, please share to let them know about what's going on out there. This is my 1 month anniversary. Thank you for being a part of it as I grow my page. It was so much fun, you guys. Thank you so much. Stay educated, stay fierce, stay honest, and of course, stay fabulous. Okay, bye everyone. Bye, Christy. Bye, guys. Take care. Subscribe.